So we're back here with Thomas.
Oh, hello again, everyone.
We're going to be talking about some English porters this evening. We've got a
British English porters.
yeah, we've got a couple we're going to drink, possibly.
Not bad, yeah. We got the original, the Sam Smith Taddy Porter.
Taddy Porter.
I really don't know what Taddy means. Probably should have
Yeah,
known over the years. This
think
is a cheeky way for them to say something.
I think it's short for Tadcaster. I think Sam Smith Brewery is in Tadcaster.
Let's
England.
find out. Hello, bottle. Do you have anything for me? Product of England. Thank you.
Yeah.
Seattle. Tadcaster.
Yeah.
Northern Yorks, England.
Nailed it.
Look at you. God,
Yep.
You're so smart.
I do research.
But
But this one, it doesn't smell bad. Like I said, it's hard to find. It's hard to find fresh English porters.
Oh, I got this at Wine and Cheese. This is a complete crapshoot. Who knows?
That's probably one of your best bets.
I looked through all the 4-packs and all the singles. They all have the same code. I didn't have my Enigma machine with me to decode what the fucking freshness date was, but
yeah.
let's
At least,
see.
I mean, it had a date. That's a step in the
It
right
had a
direction.
date. I imagine this will have the kind of that slightly, maybe a little bit like that imported beer, like
Oxidation.
slightly metallic. Can I say metallic nose? I don't know if that's a thing, but we'll see. Metallic and a little bit of booziness, perhaps. Yeah, it tastes like a weak Guinness,
Yeah,
which I guess technically it is.
but honestly, it tastes better than probably any other one in the city. So
Yeah.
well done.
Hey, look, and my whole thing was I've been doing a little bit of construction around here. By construction, I mean I went to a Home Depot.
Ooh, yeah.
But I was overbuying parts, and I was looking at these. I was like, I grabbed a single. I was like, no, grab two, just in case we have a bad one.
Yeah.
I'm big on that now, but it's good. This is an English porter. I guess I'm kind of confused, and I should know this. We have English porters, we have American porters, we have
Yeah.
Baltic porters,
Yeah.
and we have obviously the higher alcohol, which are the imperial porters, and then stout porters, which are stouts. But
Yeah, stout porters and stouts. I think the Baltic Porter is like an imperial porter. Baltic porters are stronger.
Okay, so mainly we'd be talking
because they shipped them to the Balkans and they had to, kind of like with IPAs, they had to last, so they had to be beefier.
we had to really, as friend of the show Tim would put it, we had to nacho up these porters. really juke them up a little bit. So, are you going to do another one for American porters?
Oh yeah.
And would that be like a robust porter, or do you just throw that robust word out of there? Because I know
don't
that's
know.
a style in like beer styles. I don't understand it though.
Yeah, I think I don't remember.
I think a base American porter would be a robust porter, and then there's English porters.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I think that's how it is. I don't remember.
Who cares?
I'm not even gonna look it up.
Yeah. Look it up, Dustin. Look it up.
Yeah, I know that the American porters are like all American styles. Yeah, they're just stronger.
They're all
You're
American.
gonna taste some hops in an American porter.
That's true. There is zero hops in this.
Oh yeah,
Like
It
there's
is.
not even bitterness.
No.
This is just malt. This is like the beer I would drink if the water was contaminated all the time, and I had to go work in the coal mines because I'm 7,
Right.
and all the chimney sweep positions are filled. Because I live in Newcastle, and I'll be dead by the age of 40. What a jolly old place England was.
So you did look up the history of this beer. Okay.
No, I knew that was part of it. That's how they came across with like porters and milds and the English beer scene.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad. What's the ABV on that guy? Like 4.5 or
Let's
something?
find out. The English probably don't even put it on here. It is. By the way, they are not going to go through a brand update this millennium because it is the same fucking label it's always been. Adding whole dried hops to the wort. There's a picture on here. Interesting. There is no ABV statement on the goddamn bottle. Well, we're going to the internet.
Fucking.
Although you can get 10 cents back in Michigan for a deposit.
All right, hang on to that then.
Yeah. Next time I take a trip to Michigan, I'm hauling all my decrepit bottles back there. Okay, so here's what the profile says on the back. A very dark, full-bodied ale with a rich and creamy head. Thank you.
Very, yeah, it's dark.
Yeah, it's full. It's kind of bodied.
Yeah. Yeah.
With an intense, dry, and tangy character. I get the tang. It has like that Guinness stout tang. It's not like sour tang. Brewed with well water. Gross. The original well sunk in 1758, which is still in use. Okay. Malted barley, roasted malt, yeast, and hops. Fermented in Stone, Yorkshire, Squares.
Yeah, Yorkshire Squares. Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's their fermentation vessel. They're kind of cool. They're like open air. They're just stone. They're like stone square containers that they brew this fucking beer in. They stir with a big paddle.
They brew this in a cube?
Yeah.
This is like Cube 2 Hypercube.
Yeah.
Okay. This type of beer, first brewed in the early 18th century, gained its name from being drunk by porters in the fish, meat, and other produce markets. Porters being, I'm guessing, some sort of deliveryman-esque things. Okay.
Yeah, I
like the history.
They move your bags around.
Yeah.
If you're riding the train. Yeah, it's a 5%.
5%. That makes sense. That makes sense. I like it. I guess I forget with all the options we have, I forget the classics. I don't know that I'd buy this a lot.
No, but it is way better than I was expecting it to be.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. It doesn't taste like cardboard.
There's a fancy foil on top.
Yeah, so can't beat that.
Yeah. So I like the style, but I guess I'm here to talk about brewing. I've been known to do that. Brewing porters, your English and your American.
Yeah.
I feel like porter is a good one to start off with if you're homebrewing, whether you're doing kit or all grain.
It seems pretty straightforward.
It is straightforward. Not a lot of hop additions.
Yeah.
The hop additions are all at the front for the bittering of it. In American, you have a little bit more. The yeast is pretty straightforward. It's a clean English or American yeast. It's all about the malts, which is good. So you can cover a lot of mistakes versus if you were to try to make a lager or a Kolsch or a blonde ale or something like that. This you can cover a lot of mistakes with the malts, which I think is a great beer to start off with. I think one problem people tend to have, whether it's all grain and especially extract, is the stall, which I think I may have talked about before. I don't know if I did.
Oh, where it just kind of...
You level off. You can't finish off the gravity at the end. You can't finish your full fermentation. You don't pitch enough yeast because the yeast is old. Important to have enough yeast to finish the ferment.
Yeah.
And with this, with kits, it's especially a problem. You just want to finish through it. Like, you can have sweetness in a porter, it's fine. But if you ever had, like, someone doing homebrew or a new craft brewery, a smaller one, kind of that sugariness on the end.
Yeah.
That's not fully fermented out. You can hide some of that due to the malt and the tanginess and whatever else. But just, that's the only real pitfall. This is a great beer to start off with, a style to start off with if you are a home brewer.
Right on.
Because brew it, let it sit. If it's not done fermenting, you let it sit more. Brew it like the fall. You'll have it sometime in the winter. It's a good winter beer. So
for sure.
Just don't brew it in the spring. That's the big thing. So I think it's a fantastic one to start off with. It's one of the ones I used to recommend. I was like, try an amber ale. Everybody loves it. No one really loves an amber ale. Everyone can tolerate it.
Everyone can drink one, but nobody loves.
Nobody wants one. My porter, it was the second beer I ever brewed.
Yeah.
First one was C4, which is a beer I brewed with 4 hops, all C hops.
The classics.
Classics. Well, 3 classics and one just because it has C on the front of it. It wasn't the best beer.
What were those? So Centennial, Citra,
Cascade, Cluster.
Oh, Cluster. I don't really know that one.
No, nobody really does. But I threw it in there.
You should have threw a Chinook in there. That's a classic.
Oh, it wasn't Citra. It was Chinook.
Oh, was it? Well, I guess Centennial and Citra are like the same thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, God, I'd have to pull out the bottle.
Or Cascade. No, it's Cascade. Cascade and Centennial.
I know Cascade, Centennial, and Cluster in there. It was either Citra or Chinook. Actually, I think it was Citra now that I think about it. But and the second one was I couldn't pick a single person or thing named Porter to name my Porter for. So the label was called A Fistful of Porters. And it was a fist with, around the fist were pictures of all the porters. There was Joey Porter from the Steelers. There was Mel Gibson's character Porter from Payback. That's a deep cut of Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
There was a business concept called Porter's Five Forces. And like 2 other things that I can't even fucking remember. Porter from...
You have Cole Porter?
I didn't have Cole Porter. I had Porter from The Sandlot. Who was the catcher, I think. Okay. And You're Killing Me, Smallest Guy. And I honestly, God, I can't remember what the 5th one was. It was probably terrible. But yeah.
You didn't save one?
I do have one somewhere. I think it's out of the garage. I saved one of every bottle. The sequel I didn't bottle. It was kegged. And that was for a few porters more.
I was gonna say, is it for a few porters more?
Yes.
It's gotta be, right?
No name of any beer that I ever did pleased me as much as those 2, and no one else cared. For some reason, that one tickled me. Sure, I had Rye So Serious. I had some other clever ones. But that one, I was like, yep. I really like this one. Because Clint Eastwood. Fuck the dude. Clint Eastwood's my man.
I watched High Plains Drifter
Ooh.
for the first time like a year or so ago.
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
Beginning of that movie, he rapes a woman, and then she falls in love with him.
Yeah, as the disciples intended. Yeah, those movies are bad.
Rough. Like, he's the protagonist of this movie.
That is one of the most shocking starts to a movie you'll see. That's worse than my current leader in the clubhouse, which was the beginning of You Only Live Twice, where Sean Connery is in the bed with some gal in Hong Kong, and his first line as 007 is, "Why is it the Chinese girls always taste so different?" It's like, oh my fucking god. That was my first introduction to him as James Bond. And
yeah, that's about right.
It's probably going to stay about the same.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They're problematic movies.
Yeah, I'd say so. Are you going to do a separate one for... You're going to do a separate one for American Porter. Are you going to loop in Imperial Baltic Porters with that one? Or
I think I'm going to do a separate one for that too. It all depends, how long I go. I'm going to try to jump around enough that it's going to be a while before I...
Jump around?
Yes.
I'm not going to say it. Jump up, and get down. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm going to try not to repeat close styles if I can avoid it for a while.
So the next one we're doing is Boulevard Bully Porter.
Yeah.
Right? Ooh, robust American Porter, but this used to be called Bully Porter straight up. It didn't have any of the monikers on the bottom.
I think before it said Robust American, I thought it just said Robust Porter. I don't know.
I know backwards. I'm old.
Well, Beer Advocate calls it an English porter, but the bottle itself.
Let's try. Well, and this will be interesting to compare because it doesn't get more English than Samuel Smith's Old Brewery Tadcaster, the famous Taddy Porter. I bet if you could move this and have it on draft, this would be, it was fresh.
Yeah.
I think that would be a very good beer.
Yeah.
The problem is where you're going to find that many tweed coats to drink it.
Yeah.
And it would be tough.
Like, I don't even think Civil Life has an English porter.
They kind of cover that base with their brown ale. Yeah. Which is the best.
Oh, yeah.
But there's sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could find something else around town on draft. Not at Civil Life. Like, give me something else. Anything else. I love the brown ale. I don't eat it all the time. Yeah. Like in July. I don't really need a brown ale. Okay.
This has a little bit of a... I thought I smelled some hops.
Yeah, there are a little bit more hops.
Quite a bit more head, for sure.
There's definitely bitterness and hops on the end.
It is sticking around, too.
Oh, the stickiest of the icky. Yeah, you can definitely taste more hops. The general flavor profile, I can see the relationship between the two. Yeah. But I would put this probably more in the American Porter camp.
Yeah, for sure. This one feels a lot thinner.
Fuck you, Beer Advocate.
Yeah.
This is 6% and 49 IBUs.
Yep, that's definitely an American porter.
I'm going to get up my my international bitterness units slide rule and carry the one. Yeah, it's more bitter.
Although I've only had this beer like one other time, and I fucking hated it the first time I had it, so it's not that bad.
I'm kind of curious what the circumstances were.
I don't know. I just I really didn't like it.
Because I know it's cliche, but I've had a couple beers I've had, I'm like, oh, I'm going to hate this. I'm like, oh, it's not that bad anymore. I don't ever want to drink a Blue Moon, but I'll drink a Blue Moon if it's put in front of me. And I used to hate it, and I'm not like slightly advertising, but I drink those like, nothing wrong with them. Yeah. Drink them.
It's drinkable.
I'm not going to order it, but this is kind of one of those things, like somebody say, oh, here's a Boulevard Bully Porter. I'm like, yeah, sure. I will probably go the rest of my life and never order this.
Right.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I like the Taddy better.
I'm like the seagull in Finding Nemo. It's fine. Fine.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
A lot of head, yeah.
I also might have just had a shitty one because I got it from Tuck, like off the Mix of Six.
Ooh.
So, it might have not been under optimal conditions.
A little bit of the blooms off the rose, as it were.
Yeah.
It's a tough area. It's a tough get. Yeah. Getting it in under the tongue.
Yeah.
It's not great. I like the style. I'm waiting for someone to really, really kill it. What do you think are the best porter out there is.
Just any kind of porter?
Yeah, I'd say any
Like English porter, I don't know.
English porter.
Probably that one.
Probably Sam Smith's. I mean, if we're doing... Yeah. I just can't think of many other examples.
Fuller's London Porter.
Oh, no, yeah, scratch it. Fuller's London Porter is the best, and if you can get that on cask, it's really good. Because you know it's going to be fresh, but... Yeah, past that.
Yeah, as far as just like any kind of porters go, I love the Black Butte. Like, Black Butte's hard to beat.
Yeah.
I like Odell's Cutthroat Porter.
That is a good one.
Which you don't really see around anymore.
I don't know if it really qualifies for like a real porter because it's a little... It creeps towards that heavier American stout. The Founder's Porter is...
That thing's a stout.
A delight, but it's not really a porter.
Dude, that's a big porter.
It's a big porter. It's 60 IBUs. And it's dark as my heart.
Yeah,
it is brutal.
Yeah.
It's great, but it's not really a porter. So
it's misleading to call it a porter.
I think I'm agree with you. I think I'm going to say, probably Deschutes is the best. That Black Butte is good.
It's just like, it is a perfectly balanced, delicious porter.
It's widely available, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think it's one of those beers where Deschutes, sometimes there can be some problem with movement, but that beer, you don't need it to be fresh.
Yeah, for sure. And the dates are forever on that thing, too, which is nice from a retail standpoint.
Oh, always a plus when your beers don't go out of date after 30 days. All right, anything else you want to talk about with this?
I don't know. I covered a lot of porter shit in my my other bit. So like I said, it's pretty straightforward style. There's not a ton.
If you are looking to homebrew, this is the one. I would start with a porter.
Yeah.
Honest to God, that's what I do. So.
Yeah, because it's easy to it's an easy drinker. If you don't really dig it, you can just power through it.
Yeah,
get it gone.
You don't. This is always the thing. Three things to think about. Can you cover up your mistakes with a porter? Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. If you don't really dig it, can you power through it and keep drinking it until you're put to the test? Yeah. Is it so expensive that you're going to drain pour it? Do you feel bad about drain pouring it if it doesn't turn out? No, the kit's like $40. Yeah. If it's not what you're liking, can you still cook with it? Absolutely.
For sure.
Porter or stout is my go-to addition for like a chili or a stew.
Yeah.
It's great.